So I went this morning to the auto parts store and ordered the cam seals, and they had to order them, but they were going to get them this evening. And I figured, well, I can get them and then go home and get them installed and hopefully take care of that oil leak. Fingers crossed that's where the oil's coming from, because like I say, I sealed up that valve cover, and it was still coming out pretty good. So I'm pretty sure it's coming from those cam seals, but I still need to go pick them up, but can't put them on. It's been raining all day pretty much, so yeah, I guess I'll just go pick them up and hopefully it'll clear up sometime. We'll see. So it's been raining for the past 2 days. And it actually snowed up there in the mountains and up in the ski valleys. And we actually had a tornado not far from here, which is unheard of. But yeah, I ordered the cam seals yesterday, but there's just no way I'm going to be able to put them on until the weather gets a little bit better. Hey, calm down. She's hungry. So I'm gonna go feed this little monster. All right, got these cam gears off, and looks like this guy is the one that was leaking. So hopefully after I replace that one, we don't have any more leaks. So these things are back on. Everything's tightened up. Belt is on. We are lined up at 0. Everything's marked up here. I'm hoping that took care of it, because if not, I gotta do more troubleshooting, but we'll see what happens. See this. Yep, that front lip is cracked. Alright, so I did last night put on those cam seals, put everything back together, tried to start it. Battery was dead, of course. Charged the battery, tried to start it, and it started running kind of funky like it did the first time I started it. So I'm thinking, because I disconnected all the power and everything, because I actually redid those 2 power lines as well that were too short, and I disconnected all the power. So I'm thinking the ECU reverted back to factory settings, and I didn't have my laptop. I had brought it to work with me, and so I was like, all right, I'll just do this, and then I'll bring the laptop tomorrow, which is today, and upload that base map again and see what's going on. But also, I did crack that front lip. I brought that in today, and I fixed it up as best as I could. It's a lot better than what it was. And what I did was I sanded it down, took off, all of the cracks, because basically it was cracked from like right here all the way across, and then right here, which is the worst part. And so I sanded it. I got some CA glue, which is super glue, filled in all of the cracks along, and then had to fix this on the bottom side as well. Let it dry, sanded it down, and then clear coated it. So it's good to go now. I'm sure I'm going to have to do this several times, because this car is just ridiculously low. All right, so I Won't see any more leaking. So that took care of that. I still have the coolant leak though from this one and that one. This one's really small, but that one leaks a lot. And I haven't heard the fans turn on yet. And this has been running for a while. I turned down the fuel pressure down to 40. I had it at about 45. But so far it seems to be running pretty good. There's still white smoke coming out of the back, so it's still running kind of rich. But other than that, seems to be running pretty good. Took care of that leak, and this is done, so I can bolt this back on. Kind of hesitant to do it until I'm ready to move it, you know. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit longer and see what happens. So what I did there was I replaced that rusted up bolt that originally came with these mirrors. For some reason they used to use a regular steel bolt and it just rusted up and looked really ugly. So I went to the hardware store this morning and picked up a couple of stainless steel bolts. I had to shorten them just a little bit, and then I just heat blued them, and now they won't rust and they look 100% better. Did the other side already too. So yesterday, went ahead and started kind of putting together the interior pieces, and I forgot how much of a pain in the ass it is to put in that center console. But I got it in. You know, I actually bolted up the dashboard, so that's all in. Got in the cluster, which is not working at the moment. So everything's in. The only thing I really need to do is get the trim that goes along the side there. But I don't have the clips that go inside here, so I'm going to have to figure something else out. And other than that, yesterday I started it up. I got these bars the rods connected onto the handlebars, the door handle. I found one window crank. I need to get another one before I can put on the door panels, which I decided I'm going to go ahead and use. I don't think you guys have seen them yet, but I actually got a set of door panels, and on the inset that goes like right here, I put the bride material that I put on the roof, and so those are ready to go. Like I said, I just need to find another door handle, and I can put those on. Today is Friday. And, you know, originally I intended to go to the Cars and Coffee in Albuquerque. which is a 2.5 hour drive for me. But I decided not to, just because of the fact that yeah, there's just still a lot of stuff that I got to do to the car. Well, I mean, not a lot, but you know, just finishing stuff. And I still have to register the car. I still have to you know, get the license plate for it, get insurance and stuff like that before I can even take it out. So that probably won't be for a while, even though I was just gonna trailer it down anyways. But I kind of want to have everything, you know, ready. I did clean up the engine bay a little bit yesterday. Put the ARC intake on, which I need to clean up a little bit more. And like I say, I just kind of sprayed stuff down and wiped it all down. I didn't use any water or anything like that to rinse it off. But other than that, it looks 100 times better. It looks like everything's running pretty smoothly. I let it run for like I don't know, probably like a half hour or something like that, and there's no oil leaking anymore, so that's a good thing. I did order the fittings to replace on the radiator hoses, so those should be in probably next week, and then I'll just swap those out. And I still got to kind of touch up all of these little guys on the inside, touch up this guy up here on the roof, and there's another little one that I saw down here. It's actually dirt. But yeah, it's like I say, it's just little stuff. So hopefully I can get all that done by next weekend, and that way it'll make its debut. You know, people actually looking at it. I posted it online, you know, onto the different Facebook forums, and everybody loves it. So yeah, it's been a long 2 years. Well, actually, it's gone by really quick, these 2 years working on this car. Like I say, I didn't have a garage to work on it. I did everything outside. This started off as just basically a shell, and I did everything on this thing. So yeah, I'm really proud of this car. This is not a daily for me. It's just going to be something that I drive around for once in a while. I'll take it out to car shows and stuff like that. Eventually I do want to get me a daily. We'll see about that. Looking more towards like a EF hatchback, and but I might do an EK too. We'll see. And but yeah, it's all ready to go, and for now, and it seems to be running pretty good. So like I say, once I get all this other stuff done, she'll be complete.